Here are 3 really great Chrome browser extensions that I use for auditing and building websites. First up is Wappalizer. Certainly not the greatest name in the world, but very useful for identifying the underlying tech that powers a website. After the site is completely loaded, pop open this extension and it will tell you what CMS the site uses, front-end and back-end languages and frameworks, analytics platforms, marketing tools, really quite a lot of information, probably even too much, but that's obviously better than too little. Next is SEO Meta in one click. So I'm not an SEO expert, but even for me, it's often handy to get a quick peek into a web page's SEO components without having to skim source code for title and description meta tags. If the boss asks me to do a website audit, being able to know a little bit about how much work has been done in this area is really helpful when you're trying to create a list of services that a client is going to need to be successful. Okay, last one real quick, and I saved this one for last because it's really just more specific to front-end developers, where the other ones are more useful for a wider variety of roles. It's invaluable if you're building applications that work with REST APIs or any data source that outputs JSON. And of course, I'm talking about JSON Formatter. If we look at a REST API endpoint without this extension enabled, you'll see that it's just this big block of code that is pretty nasty to try to pick through. So once you turn this extension on, it makes this mess of information much more readable and even allows you to collapse components that you're not interested in, and in general will make your front-end application development process much more enjoyable.